Welcome, everyone, to the California Community College's Basic Needs and Financial Intelligence webinar. I'm Shay Diddy from KMEL in the Bay Area and Real 92.3 LA, and I will be your host tonight. Now, as we kick off the 2025 Student Hour webinars, I'm super excited to welcome new audiences joining us from watch parties across the state. We're also joined by the African American media outlets who are streaming live via their Facebook. So, major shout out to all of you. There are also so many ways to catch these exciting webinars, so there's no excuse to miss out on all the great information we will be sharing all week long. So let's get started. Today's webinar is about two things. Number one, how the California community colleges are committed to helping students meet their basic needs so students don't have to sacrifice their well being, major key. And number two, it's about financial intelligence. And what that means is we want to make sure you have the tools you need to be smarter with your money and know what to do to make it go farther. It's also about understanding basic budget principles, how to keep good credit, and why that's important, and how to avoid getting into debt while attending college, a mistake I made. Now, we are also going to talk about how students can get support with basic needs such as housing, food, transportation, and childcare to help you succeed in college. Whether or not you started thinking about college plans, we want to help you in the process by introducing you to the California Community Colleges system. Then you're going to hear some exciting information today about future possibilities and resources available to you at California Community Colleges. And I myself am actually a community college baby. I grew up here in San Francisco, and come junior year, I actually ended up having to basically drop out of high school because my dad got sick. My family just basically did not have the income to keep a roof over our head. So, me being 15, 16 years old, I lied about my age, worked full time. And thankfully, a counselor at City College in San Francisco heard about my story and asked me to come meet with him. And he figured out a plan where I could not only go to school, but also work full time by basically doing dual enrollment with my high school and at City College in San Francisco. Once I was able to graduate high school, he mapped out a plan on how I could transfer because my report card was trash from high school. How I could transfer to a university by going to a junior college first, and also helped me fill out a FAFSA so I could also receive grants and just aid in trying to get my education. If it was not for him, I honestly would not be here because not only was I able to attend pretty much every Bay Area junior college from City College of San Francisco to Skyline to Laney, but I also was able to transfer to UC Berkeley with a full ride. And also because I was going to school at City College of San Francisco, I actually started an internship at iHeartMedia, which is where I am now. And graduated from college, worked my way up, and now I'm the program director for KMEL in San Francisco. I'm on air middays in San Francisco, on air in LA, and in 10 other markets every day. And I would not be here if it were not for an amazing counselor at City College of San Francisco. I know a lot of you guys can relate to a story like mine. Maybe you don't have the resources or you don't have the support or you just don't have the money. And this is what these webinars are for. So thank you guys all for being here with us today. Now, before we get started, we have some great news for you guys. We are going to have a chance for you guys to win some amazing scholarships and prizes. We're going to be giving away a set of AirPod Pros, a $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, and the grand prize, a backpack filled with an iPad, a smart keyboard, and an iPencil. That grand prize is valued at $2,000. So you definitely want to stick around for this because you must be present at the end of the event in order for you to receive the prize, and be ready to come on camera to introduce yourself because I want to talk to you and I'm going to have some questions. Easy questions though. So go ahead and get your hair done right now. This is your first chance to enter. So use your phone or your tablet to scan that QR code on your screen right now or follow the link in the chat to complete the brief entry form. Again, this drawing is for students only, whether you are in high school, college, or entering college. And don't forget, you must be present at the end of the program to win, and you need to be ready to become on camera so you can introduce yourself. We want to see who the winners are. Now, first, our first presenter, Assistant Vice Chancellor Gina Brown, who is the Dean, Educational Services and Support in California Community Colleges Chancellor's Office. She will be talking to us about the California Community College system and will also present on financial intelligence. Hello, Gina.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Shay. On behalf of the Chancellor's Office, thank you all for joining us to learn about programs and services available at the California Community Colleges. We are the largest system of higher education in the nation. More than 2 million students per year attend one of our 116 colleges throughout California. We have a college in nearly every community, and they exist to help students like you realize your higher education dreams. I hope you've all registered to participate in each of the 4 workshops taking place during the student hour of Black Student Success Week. During that week, you'll hear from students, representatives throughout the California community colleges, and others who are going to share valuable information for high school students, college students, really anyone thinking about going to college, and parents as well. So if you have not registered for each session, do now by clicking on the link in the chat. Each webinar will have a different focus and different presenters, but all of them will provide valuable information. For example, tomorrow you're going to hear about students who attended community colleges, overcame challenges, and transferred and were successful at the 4-year college of university of their dreams. They're going to tell you about the many benefits and reasons why they chose to attend a community college, such as we have the associate degree for transfer that offers a guaranteed safe spot at one of our participating 4-year public or private not-for-profit universities. This includes all the CSU campuses and a growing list of historically Black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. Another reason is the affordable cost of attending community college and the financial aid available, which can even make it free to attend many students. You'll hear about dual enrollment, which allows students to get a head start and earn college credit by enrolling in college classes while still in high school. There's the availability of the bachelor's degree program. Most people don't know that you can now earn a 4-year degree in 15 different programs at various community colleges throughout the state. And then there are over 200 career education programs available for hands-on training that can lead to a good paying career and jobs. So be sure you come back tomorrow to learn more. But tonight, we're here to talk about financial intelligence. Financial intelligence is sometimes called financial wellness or financial literacy, but what it is, it's the ability to understand a variety of financial topics. It's about having money management skills and avoiding financial vulnerability, which means being able to withstand unexpected financial expenses. Financial intelligence aims to empower students by making sure that you have the knowledge you need to know how to manage your income and expenses and avoid high amounts of debt. So here's some useful information. We've got some money management tips for students. You want to create a spending plan before you get to college. Create a spending plan, but you also have to stick to that spending plan. If you can, you want to open a savings account today and start a lifelong savings habit. Understand how to use credit responsibly before you apply for a loan or a credit card, knowing that all of that money has to be paid back. Student loans, whether you graduate or you change majors, whatever the case may be, definitely have to be paid back, most of the time with interest. You want to recognize the risks that you could incur today and prepare for future risks. And then understand your own personal risk tolerance. This means how comfortable are you taking risks with your money? And then considering which saving or investment tool is good for you. There are so many tools that can help you learn about and practice money management skills. You can register a free account in Cash Course, which has many financial templates and tools. You need to decide what your specific wants versus needs are, because they all look different to each person. Use various apps to help manage your spending and keep track of your various bills. You can use your current bank's mobile app. There's an app called Mint. It's an oldie but a goodie, but it's still effective. And there's so many more. You just need to research it and determine which one is best for you. If all else fails, you can meet with your school's financial aid department every semester to talk about your financial aid resources. You want to be mindful of your spending leaks, things like Dutch Brothers, daily stops at the gas station store, bottled water, impulse shopping at the checkout counter, fees from missed payments with credit cards and bills, getting food to go instead of bringing snacks or cooking at home. You can also read some helpful, easily digestible books about money management. There's one called The Millionaire Mind, Stop Acting Rich and Start Living Like a Millionaire. And of course, Millionaire Woman Next Door. The financial aid office at your college will have financial literacy resources for you, and it's probably the #1 place for you to go. You just have to let them know that you're interested and you want the information. Some colleges have 6-week programs to learn money management. They teach you how to get your free credit score, and really just how to build a strong financial foundation. And some of them have gift cards as incentives for finishing. I know I've said a lot. And you're gonna hear a lot, but there's one thing I really want you to remember about all of this, and it's that you are not alone and that there is help. Whether you're just starting out or maybe you're already dealing with debt, all you have to do is ask for help. Don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. The California Community Colleges are here to help you succeed, no matter what your situation is. You can get more information at icangotocollege.com.
Thank you, Assistant Vice Chancellor Brown. That was really good information, and I really wish I would have spoken to you when I went to college. Now, before we move on with our presentation, I want to remind all the students to enter to win one of those great, amazing prizes. We have $500 scholarships, $1,000 scholarships. Students, scan that QR code on the screen right now or click the link in the chat to enter. Don't miss this chance to enter to win. We'll be closing the drawing soon. And remember, this is just for current students or students who may enroll at community college, including high school students. All prize winners will be asked to introduce themselves. So if you win, you will receive a notification to get on camera. So get ready now. Now take a look at a short video featuring real students who attend California community colleges.
There's a lot of people and things in this world that will get in your way, but there's nothing that you cannot do.
We know you have dreams. We know that you may face challenges in achieving those dreams, but we also know that you can shape your future and you can succeed at a California community college.
2 years ago, I was living in a hotel and I have my own house now. I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting ready to work on my bachelor's degree. So things can change.
One of the greatest challenges students face is having money to pay for college. That's why financial aid is available year-round to cover tuition, books, supplies, transportation, and sometimes even help with the rent.
I don't know if I would have been able to get by outside of school without financial aid. Because, you can't go to school. You can't do a lot of these things in the classroom if you're hungry, if you don't know where you're going to sleep, stuff like that.
When applying for financial aid, I had a lot of help. The counselors are doing a great job because me personally, I wasn't aware of a lot of things, but they helped me a lot.
I would encourage people to take college classes while they're still in high school because most dual enrollment classes are free.
I did have a child, so I was a mother. The tutoring services that were available, had it not been for that, I would not have made it because I also needed someone to encourage me that I was good enough to be where I was.
No matter which direction you choose to go, California community colleges will help you get there.
The ADT program, whatever your major is, as long as you complete the requirements for the school that you want to transfer to, you get a guaranteed spot, is better than hoping that you'll get that acceptance letter.
Our colleges are here to help you get ahead. With credit for prior learning, you can earn college credits for skills and knowledge gained outside of classroom. This may include military and industry work experience, volunteer and civic activities, internships, and apprenticeships. Using skills you've gained along the way can save time and money. If hands-on training for your career is more your thing, with 116 colleges across the state, you will find more than 200 career education programs. These programs are equipped with flexible schedules that are carefully designed to give you affordable, quality training taught by industry experts. These programs can lead to a rewarding, in-demand career close to home. That means good paying jobs and the kind of life you deserve.
Some of the skills that I'm gaining from the education that I'm getting from the school, it's opening up doors for me.
Take the first step. Apply now. Get the ball rolling, and then there is nothing that can stop you. Visit icangotocollege.com today to get started.
There's definitely nothing that can stop you. All you have to do is take that first step. I hope you are inspired by the stories of those students and identified with them. I know I did. Next, we have our student presenter who also attended a California community college. And here she is. Joya, let me introduce Joya Miller, who is a student at Mount San Jacinto College in Riverside County and a student worker for Mount San Jacinto College and the Student Senate of California Community Colleges. Welcome, Joya.
Hi, thank you. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm honored to be here with you all today. So I want to start by telling you what my roles are. I am the Regional Affairs Director for Region 9 for the Student Senate of California Community Colleges. So I basically sit on the student government at the state level, and I cover Riverside and San Bernardino counties in Southern California and all of the colleges that encompass that area. Basically, what we do is advocate for needs for all of our students in the California Community College system. So as far as my journey, it didn't start off easy. I started actually in the state of Florida, is where I first attended school. And then I ended up leaving the community college system there to join the Army. And when I got out, I attended College of the Desert, Art Institute of California in San Diego. And I ended up at Mount San Jacinto College, where I also served as the student government president there as well. And I got everything that I needed from the community college system. It gave me a fresh start. I was able to utilize tutoring and other services such as financial aid. I was a Cal grant recipient. There are also many other things that I use, like the Veterans Resource Center. I go to the Umoja building, which I still use today, which builds a sense of community so that you don't feel alone when you're going through these systems. I also um, have recommended students to utilize services such as the Veterans Resource Center. Tutoring is free for as long as your college is open. And if you're unable to attend during school hours, you do have Star California tutoring, which is also a free online service that extends until midnight, Monday through Friday. I don't believe that there is anyone over the weekend, but um, I need to check on that, and I highly recommend that you all check on that as well. We also have mental health services that I've utilized, which you get 8 free appointments with the Oasis program. And the centers are right on your campus in your student health centers. You can go there, you get 8 free therapy sessions. All you have to do is be an enrolled community college student. There are no unit max or unit minimum. As long as you are enrolled in the system, you are able to use those services, as well as other services such as CalWorks and ELPS, who will also provide you with outfits for interviews in the event that you need work and you can't afford to go get a professional outfit. They do have those services available for you as well. For those student parents, there are childcare facilities on some campuses, as well as program where you have access to, I believe, $100 a month, where you can go with your representative and they will take you shopping at Walmart to make sure that your children have the things that they need, as well as grocery cards, gas cards, things of that nature. So the California Community College system makes it so easy for you to get back into the college system. I am a uh, non-traditional student. I am a student parent. I am a veteran as well. And I am a reentry student, which means that I did take time off before I came back to the system. And I was a techie before now. And I am now shifting my career goals and going towards medicine. I want to be a neurosurgeon. And I currently have been offered an opportunity to do a stem cell research internship with UCSD and Cal State San Marcos through the Bridges program. So that is a paid internship. And it is wonderful for students like myself because I don't have that prior background in medicine. And I do need to catch up because I'm not getting any younger. Um, so I highly, highly recommend you getting involved because without the California community college system, I would have never had access to any of the roles that I have served in, such as I was a tutor. I am now a supplemental instruction leader, which it means that I facilitate free study sessions for students to make sure that they are getting everything that they need out of their course, which I'm doing chemistry 101 at the time. So like I said before, the California community college system is such a wonderful place for you to come in and find who you are and be who you are. And I think that's it from me. I think my time is up. So thank you all for having me.
Joya, that's an amazing story, super inspiring. I cannot wait to call you Dr. Miller.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I think I'll just call you doctor from now on. Thank you so
I'll
much.
take it.
So, students, now this is your last chance to try to enter one of our great prizes. We have AirPod Pros, we have a $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, and a grand prize, a backpack filled with an iPad, smart keyboard, and an iPencil valued at $2,000. So scan the QR code or click the link in the chat now. This is your last chance to enter tonight. Now, our next presenter is Renaya Johnson, who is the Dean of Counseling and Student Equity at Berkeley City College in Berkeley, California, right down the street from me. She's going to talk about some of the programs and services available at community college campuses that you may not be aware of that could help influence your decision to enroll or stay enrolled. These support services are all about providing you with basic resources that can help you make your life easier so you can focus on reaching your educational goals. Hi, Renaya.
Hi, Shay. Thank you so much.
No worries.
And thank you, Joya, for sharing your story. You highlighted a lot of the different services that I'm going to be speaking about tonight in regards to basic needs services and the support that are offered on all of the different campuses throughout the state. So to get you guys a little engaged and having a little fun, we're going to talk about basic needs through playing a Kahoot game. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with Kahoot, I will be sharing my screen shortly so that you guys can join. But the purpose of Kahoot is to be able to answer the questions correctly and to be able to answer the questions correctly the fastest. At the end of the presentation, we will be able to announce the 3 winners. So make sure that when you guys are signing in, you are utilizing your names so that we can be able to match you and be able to get you those prizes towards the end. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and give you guys some time to be able to access. So you have 2 different ways to join Kahoot. You can join online by going to www.kahoot.it and type in the game pin that you see there. Or if you're on your cell phone, you can go ahead and scan the QR code so that you can enter into the game room. And I will give us some time to get started. All right, we're going to give it 10 more seconds. So hurry and scan or hurry and enter the game pin so that you can be able to play and hopefully win one of the 3 prizes at the end here. So we'll do a countdown: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody in? Okay, let's get started. Okay, on the most recent Real College California survey, what percentage of Black students were food insecure during the year? 60%, 70%, 80%, or 50%? Yeah, so the correct answer is 60%. So, a little bit of information about what the Real College California survey is. It's a survey that is sent out to participating colleges throughout the state, and that lets us know exactly what the student experience is. So, we get information about what students have been experiencing, what students may be struggling with, and based off of the responses from that survey, we know as institutions throughout the state what services we need to provide more of, make better advertisement of, and how to better reach out to students so that they access that. So I like to highlight this number because it is more than half of our students that are experiencing food insecurity. And what that means is you may skip a meal because you may not have money, or you may have trouble accessing healthy and nutritious food. And so I like to tell students that more than likely the person sitting next to you is also experiencing food insecurity. So you want to make sure that you're not preventing yourself from being able to access food on campuses, feeling like it's something to be ashamed of, because this is an opportunity for you guys to get those resources that you might need. And when you're looking at the high cost of groceries nowadays, this is going to be a great opportunity to make sure that you're able to access food on a regular basis. Give me 1 minute. So let's take a look at our scoreboard. We have X in the first place, Roberto, hopefully I didn't butcher that, and Ty coming in for our top 3. Okay, on the most recent Real College California survey, what percentage of Black students were housing insecure during the year? 60%, 70%, 80%, or 50%? The correct answer is 70%, so a little bit higher than the amount of students that are food insecure. And when we say housing insecure, this just may mean that you may not have a stable home at night. So you may be couch surfing, you may be living with family members or with friends. And so a lot of the California community colleges offer either on-campus housing. Some of our schools throughout the state, or others offer some type of housing vouchers or have community partners that they can work with you to ensure that you get housing and the support that you may need. All right, so we have Mo to the E to the, I love Moesha. We have Roberto in second place and Mary coming up in third. And shout out to Julia, who is our highest climber on the board. We'll move on to question 3 now. What might be examples of resources to access food found on your campus? Food pantry, grocery gift cards, everything mentioned and more are food distributions. Yes, so everything mentioned and more. So again, we have over 116 colleges throughout the state, and each campus is going to offer different type of ways to be able to access food on your campus. The majority of them do have food pantries. So for the 12 that answered correctly, yes, all of the campuses have food pantries. And in addition, some may offer food distributions, some may offer grocery gift cards, as Joya mentioned, and some may offer other options. And so you want to make sure that you're tuning in, you're tapping into these resources if you need them, or if anybody that you know may need them as well. So we have Moko on the board, followed by Nadia and Amber. We'll move on to the next question, multi-select. What are common examples of resources to access housing support that might be found on your campus? Housing vouchers, emergency financial support, assistance with applying to county services, none of the above. Correct. So it was a little trick way of saying all of these different resources, right? Because all of the different campuses are going to be able to offer a variety. If your specific campus does not have residential living, they're going to be able to connect you in some way to community partners. They may have their own program set up to be able to provide you housing vouchers. So again, you really just want to be in tune and in touch with this information so that when you or anybody you know need it, you know exactly where you can go to receive it. Amber's coming in hot. We have Christian and we have Roberto still on the board. And shout out to Nadia with a streak of 3 questions correct. What are other examples of basic needs services students can receive on their campus? Resources for assistance with child costs, mental health services, physical health hygiene resources, and all of the above. You guys got me. Yes, it's all of the above. So Joya did a great job at speaking about some of these different resources that are available. In total, there are 8 different areas that our basic needs services cover. So the first we spoke about was food insecurity. So this is making sure that students have access to food. So this can vary anything from the food pantry that we spoke about to food distributions to helping students to apply for CalFresh and other county resources to ensure that you have access to food. The second basic needs service that is offered is housing support, which we briefly talked about. So this can be in the form of vouchers, this can be in the form of placement, or if you're attending a community college that has residential living, making sure that you're being able to access one of those rooms. The third is transportation support. So I believe Joya spoke about this, but this looks similar to being able to get gas gift cards, being able to provide assistance with public transportation. And so you want to make sure that if you find yourself in a situation where you need gas, because we know gas is super high these days, that you're able to reach out to your basic needs center to be able to access that for support. The next is mental health services, which I believe Joya also spoke about. So all of the different campuses have a variety of services that they offer, from in-person appointments to different teleconference appointments as well. And so you want to make sure that you're reaching out to your campus to find out the amount of appointments that they offer. Generally, this is a free cost to students. And so you really want to make sure you're tapping into this, especially when it's midterms and it's finals and it's a really stressful time. That is the perfect time to make sure that you're utilizing those mental health resources. The next basic needs service that you're going to see is childcare. So some of the campuses have childcare services, or some may be able to provide referrals or be able to provide vouchers to help you pay for childcare. The good thing about basic needs centers as well, and this came out about 2 years ago, is for our parenting students, you actually get priority registration. So that means you're able to register for your classes a little bit early. So if you're somebody who is trying to get through in a certain amount of time and you're trying to get into that one really hard to get English class or that one really hard to get math class, you get to know that you're going to get priority registration. Each campus goes about registering and getting the information from their parenting students in different ways. But starting with your basic needs center and identifying yourself as a parenting student is one great way to make sure that you are on that list and that you're being able to get priority registration so that you get the classes that you need to be successful. The next basic needs service, which was one of the options here, is physical health and hygiene. So when we talk about that, all of the different campuses are going to have free campus showers that you can access. Some of the campuses have things such as clothing closets, which offers different type of clothing, but also may offer laundry detergent, shampoo, deodorant, and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you're tapping into your basic needs center to be able to see what options are available to you should you need them. The next is technology support. So a lot of the basic needs centers are able to provide loaner laptops, loaner hotspots, being able to provide community partnerships for low-cost internet. So when you are home and you're maybe taking online classes or maybe have homework, you can make sure that you're staying connected. And then the last is academic support. So making sure that you are able to graduate and be successful. So being able to connect you with tutoring. Some campuses work with the Basic Needs Center in terms of early alert. So making sure that you get the resources that you need earlier in the semester so that you're able to stay on track and be successful. Right. So with that, we'll move on to the scoreboard. So we have Christian at the top, Rigoberto still hanging up on the board, and Nadia in third place currently, with a shout out to Becky, who's up 5 places. I kind of did a cheat, but here you go. What other basic needs services might you be able to receive assistance with on campus? Applying for county services, everything mentioned, transportation, and technology support. Correct. Everything mentioned. So I went in depth for all of the different 8 areas of basic needs, but you want to make sure that if there's something that you need that may not be mentioned here or may not be something that I highlighted, that you definitely tap into your basic needs center, because more than likely they're going to be able to connect you with different resources, whether it's on campus or whether it's out in the community. All right, so no change, but we see that there's 8 participants who's on a streak, so congratulations to you guys. Next question, what is the name of the person on campus who can go to, so who you can go to find out more information about basic needs? Other students, student government, basic needs coordinator, or faculty? Correct. So this was another type of trick question, but you guys got it correct for the most part. So your basic needs coordinator works within your basic needs center on your campus to be able to connect you to the different type of resources that are available both on campus and externally within the community. So this is actually a state mandated position. And so depending on which campus you attend, it may have a different name. So it may be a basic needs coordinator, and maybe a basic needs specialist, a director. But regardless, you're going to have somebody on your campus who can be able to provide you with those resources. In addition, although it wasn't the right answer, the other 3 are also really good resources. So you yourself as students, you guys are attending today's session and being able to get this great information. And our hope is that you're sharing it with other students so that when you guys are maybe in class or maybe just talking and hanging out with your friends, if you hear that someone may need support, you guys know to where to direct them to make sure that they get those resources. In addition, a lot of the different campuses have student governments who actively participate in basic needs. So some of them may have their own different emergency grant funding. Some may have their own distributions, their own closets, whether that's food pantry or clothing closets. So your student government typically will play a large role in ensuring that students have access to and know about basic needs. And then last is our faculty. Although it wasn't the correct answer, our faculty play a huge role in whether that's putting information about basic needs on their syllabus or being able to serve as a resource and a point person. If you don't know who your basic needs coordinator is, your faculty member typically does. So you can always feel free to reach out to them to make sure that you get connected with the resources and the people that you need. All right, no change, but shout out to Moko for getting on the board and Nadia with your streak of 6 correct answers. We see you, Nadia. And then where can students access information regarding basic needs resources and support? Your campus website, your campus resource flyers, your basic needs center are all of the above. Correct, all of the above. So that same state legislation that I spoke about also requires that campuses have their basic needs information on the homepage of their website, and that the website is easy for students to find and be able to navigate. So if you need additional information, you definitely want to check out your specific campus, or if you're a student who may be swirling and attending multiple campuses, feel free to check out the different campuses that you attend to be able to find out that information about what basic needs supports are available. And now we're going to go with our winners. So again, in third place, we have Nadia. in second place, we have Roberto. And in first place, we have Christian. So I want to thank you guys for playing. We have our runners up down at the bottom. So for the 3 winners, we will be in contact with you to make sure that you get connected to your prizes. So thank you guys again.
Thank you, Renaya. That was a lot of amazing information, definitely a fun game as well. And now it's time to hear from the members of our audience and answer some of your questions. If you have any questions, please put it in the Q&A now and one of our presenters will respond. So, my first question is going to be for Gina. What is one of the most common mistakes college students make when it comes to managing money while they're in college? And what advice would you give our audience tonight to avoid it?
Thank you for that question. My number one advice is every single student, no matter whether you think you're eligible for it or not, is to apply for financial aid. Don't ever sell yourself short. You have to apply because you never know. You might be able to get free registration. You might be able to get money to help you with books. So always, always apply. And you have to apply every year. No matter if you think you're going to go to college, you're not sure, you don't know what your major is, please make sure you apply. My number 2 piece of advice is for those of you who take out student loans, they are there to help. However, please make sure that you borrow wisely. Only take out a student loan for the amount that you truly, truly need, because remember that money has to be paid back.
I
Was there a
wish
second part of the question? Was there a second part?
No, that was perfect. I wish somebody had told me that because I'm still paying off my student loans that I did not need. Oh my goodness. Now, my next question is going to be for Dr. Johnson. I hear a lot of students asking about the availability of housing at California community colleges. How can they find out whether housing is available or at their local college?
Great question. Yeah. So, as we know, it is super expensive to live here in California, especially if you're in areas like the Bay Area and out in LA and San Diego. And so, the good news is that some of our community colleges actually offer residential living. And so, when you go to the basic needs website on your specific campus, you're going to be able to see what housing information is available. If they don't have residential living, some have partnerships with local apartments, which may be able to offer you discounted rates in different rooms. If they don't offer that, they're going to be able to offer you some type of housing voucher or be able to connect you with county resources that will be able to provide those resources. So again, it definitely varies. I think the beautiful thing about being in California is there's so much diversity amongst the different campuses. So I would say if you are in need of housing, your best bet is going to be to visit your basic needs website or cannot speak tonight, y'all. Touch in with your basic needs coordinator, tap in with your basic needs coordinator to find out what resources are available for you on that campus.
Gina, we have a question in the chat. The question is, what is the biggest financial challenges or concern? You're on mute. It's okay.
Many of our community college students are facing challenges with housing and food cost. We know food is so expensive nowadays for everybody. And then as Renaya mentioned, there are so many resources on campus for food. And many of our colleges now are offering housing on campus as well. And even if there isn't on-campus housing, they have connections to housing because that is probably one of the biggest concerns. But even if you have, your housing's not a problem or you've got the food, next in line are books. And so that's why it is so important for students to apply for financial aid. Go talk to your financial aid office or the financial aid director. Let them know, right? Do not be ashamed. Do not be scared. Go in there and tell them that you need help and they are there to help you.
Amazing advice right there. Now, I have another question for Joya. We are so proud of you. I cannot wait to call you Dr. Miller. You overcame a lot, though, to succeed, and you're thriving at your job. What helped you the most?
Support from my husband first and foremost. I'm always going to thank him because since I've been in the system, he's had to step up and be the primary parent to our son, and he has been doing a phenomenal job. But also support from faculty and administrators in the community college system. They have definitely uplifted me. And even right now, it's my worst semester yet because of all of the things that I have going on in my personal life, as well as my professional life in college. And they are very understanding. They are still looking out for me and making sure that I have the extra time that I need, because they understand that I serve all of these roles and I'm a parent, and I do come from a background of go, go, go. So they're like, oh, she's going a little too much. Maybe we should extend her some grace. So that's definitely been something that has propelled me to where I am and that has kept me sane through all of this.
I can definitely attest to that. I will say that if it had not been for the counselors and everyone who supported me on my journey, just letting me know, hey, Shay, you know you can do this. We know you're smart enough for this, would not be here. So I'm super thankful to everybody at California Community Colleges for that. Now, Gina, I have another question for you. Should people make an appointment with financial aid or just do the FAFSA on their own? And what's the difference for FAFSA or California Dream?
Sure. So the FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid, and the DREAM Act is the California DREAM Act application. Both are gateways to get application to financial aid in California. The FAFSA is for U.S. citizens or eligible non-citizens, and the DREAM Act is for students who do not have Social Security numbers. So everyone, regardless of what your situation is or your background, you should still apply for financial aid using that FAFSA or the DREAM Act application. Now, they have made the FAFSA and the DREAM Act application so much easier. 30 years ago, it was like 100 questions. Now it's down to like 20. So you should always start. Go ahead and start it. You may be able to finish it on your own. If you can, great. But if you can't, yes, you should go to your financial aid office, ask them for help. But also, if you go to icangotocollege.com, you can find information about Cash for College workshops where you can receive help to complete the FAFSA without needing to go to the financial aid office.
Amazing, amazing. I definitely had help filling out mine as well, but it was a little harder back then.
Right. Yeah.
Now, now, do you guys have any final words or advice for students here tonight? And what's the next step for them?
I can start since I'm on camera. Don't tell yourself no. There's so many people that are going to tell you no. Do not tell yourself no. Okay, now going to college is tough. We all know it is, especially if you have to work, if you've got a family or you take care of someone at home, or maybe you have mental health issues, housing issues, anything like that. Know that there is help available for you. I've said it again. I'll keep saying it. Do not be ashamed. Get out there, tell your story. Right? We all have issues. We all have needed help at some time. And so all you have to do is ask for it.
Joya or Renaya, do you have any last words?
So I come from the background of working in student life. So I think my advice is always to get involved. I feel like students miss out on so many different opportunities when they are only studying, right? So use that opportunity to get to know other people on campus. It is an amazing opportunity aside from meeting friends and gaining leadership development, but it also makes sure that you're connected. So as you're thinking about your future, you may need to have letters of recommendation for faculty members. You may have questions about going on to transfer to a different school or working in a different field. You may find yourself in a situation that you may need support at. So you may be listening to this webinar tonight and saying, I don't need any of these resources, but you never know down the road what might happen. And so when you have that connection to people on campus, it really makes sure that you're going to be successful. And so I would say make sure that you get involved, make sure that you get to know your faculty members, stop in and say hi to your classified staff, because they're really going to be there to support you on your journey.
Amazing advice. Joya, any last words?
Absolutely. So please, please, please get involved. Know that this is a safe space for you. The California Community College system takes you as you are. And for those of you that are religious, that go to church and you hear, come as you are, but you really can't, that's not true here. You can actually come as you are. The community college system will uplift you, support you. There are other resources that I didn't mention, like the resources for disabled students. We have interpreters. We have software for blind students and sight impaired. So definitely get involved because, like I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the community college system. I travel a tiring amount of times per month, so much that I want to stay home, which is not really common. Everybody wants to go on vacation, but I travel so much since joining the community college system. And I've been an integral part of legislation that is passed. I have so many things to put on my resume. I have the stem cell internship. There's so many things that, like Renaya said, please just join the system, get involved, and you will find that there are so many opportunities here just for you.
And really quickly, thank you so much, Joya. Renaya, there's a question in the chat also asking for more information about the $100 you can get for clothing.
Yeah, so I think that that's in two different departments. I know that some of our EOPS programs on campus offer that, as well as our Basic Needs Center. So one of those things that we spoke about during the Kahoot game was various type of vouchers that are available. And so when we talk about your hygiene and your physical well-being, clothing is a large part of that. And so if you need support in being able to purchase clothing, especially if it's getting ready for job and job opportunities, I would say speak with your basic needs coordinator on your campus to find out how you can access that Visa gift card so that you're able to go ahead and get those items. I know for our parenting students, they also provide an additional stipend and Visa amount so that if you have children, you're also able to get some of those items as well. So I would say make sure that you contact your basic needs coordinator, but that's part of that physical and hygiene health that's part of the basic needs resources.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Amazing conversation tonight and so much useful information. So thank you guys all, especially for the Q&A as well, because there's so many questions in the chat. We can't get to them all because we have to end it at 7. So thank you guys all for making the first night of Black Student Success Week and the Student Hour a great success. We hope you all take away valuable information to help you manage money while in college and get help providing your basic needs. Thank you, Assistant Vice Chancellor Brown and Dean Johnson, for your informative remarks today. Thank you to our student speaker, Joya Miller, for sharing your story. And lastly, thanks to everyone from all over the state that participated today. I want to give a huge shout out to our colleges who are hosting student hour watch parties. Cañada College, Saracoso Community College, Chabot College, College of Marin, College of San Mateo, I went there, Compton College, Copper Mountain College, Fullerton College, Gavilan College, Hartnell College, Los Medanos College, Moore Park College, Mount San Antonio College, and Oxnard College. And another shout out to our amazing Black media partners who are streaming the webinars on Facebook Live: Bakersfield Observer, Black Voice News, KPWR FM, LA Sentinel, Post News Group, Sacramento Observer, San Diego Voice and Viewpoint, and San Francisco Bayview. That's my hood. Before you leave tonight, I want you to promise to do a few important things. First, take a look at icangotocollege.com website where you can find contact information and get connected to the basic needs coordinator at your local community college. You can also complete the application for any one of our colleges on this website, as well as complete the FAFSA or the CADA. Just remember to do it no later than September 2nd if you want to be considered for a Cal Grant, which is basically free money for college, and I would not be here without that grant. Now, if you're going to be a junior or a senior next year, ask your high school counselor about registering for dual enrollment classes today. Trust me, it will change everything for you. And if you're a senior now and want to enroll in a community college for a summer or fall, talk to your counselor or a counselor at a local community college to create an education plan and select the correct courses. Now it's time to announce our prize winners. Tonight, there will not be one, but 4 winners The prizes include AirPod Pros, a $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship, and the grand prize valued at $2,000, a backpack which includes an iPad, a smart keyboard, and an Apple Pencil. These are all courtesy of iHeartMedia. Now get ready. I'm going to announce one of the names of the 4 prizes. If your name is called, you'll get a message in the chat letting you know that you've won. Then you'll receive a message on your screen asking you to join the webinar as a panelist. Click OK so we can bring you on camera to introduce yourself and accept the prize. This is our chance to meet some of tonight's attendees. So get ready. You might be a prize winner and asked to come on camera. Now let me find our winners. 1 second, kids. So our first winner in 3rd place and winner of the AirPod Pros is Christian Raimondo. He is at a watch party right now. Congratulations, Christian. Are you able to come on? Christian, are you able to come on camera? I think Christian is coming on.
Hello there.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Hello.
Hey. So congrats. You just won a pair of AirPod Pros. Now tell us about your school you're attending. Are you in high school or in college?
Thank you. Well, I want to say thank you so much for this.
Course.
My name is Jean Christian Raimondo. I am a 2nd-year college student at Los Medanos College.
Okay.
Yes. And go ahead.
Now, what's your major and what are your goals in college?
I am a triple major in math, music, and in physics.
What?
Thank you.
Okay.
And someday I would like to teach future students.
Really? So you're super smart and you want to give back to the community. This is why you won. That's just all good karma right there.
Thank you so much. It's an
Well,
honor.
Oh, well, I'm super happy you won. Congratulations. And hopefully you'll be back here tomorrow night because we're doing this again.
I will come back tomorrow night. Thank you.
Awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Now we want to announce our next winner. We want you guys to come on camera so you can tell your story. And this winner is going to win a $500 scholarship. This winner is Vicky Rand Washington. Vicky, are you able to come on camera?
Yes.
Hey, Vicky, congratulations.
I needed this money. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Trust me, I understand with inflation, we all need it for groceries, right?
No,
So,
no, I needed to pay for tuition.
oh, even better, even better. So what school are you at and what's your major?
I am a Cerritos College student, reentry, disabled student. Um, my major is mathematics, and I'm fully involved in the teachers track. I'm the secretary of the BSU and the ASL
Oh, you are
secretary.
busy.
Super active.
I love it.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. So hopefully you got a lot of great information and the bonus is another math major and hopefully you said you wanted to be a teacher one day?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. I love people who
I like
want
to
to give
teach
back.
English and math. I like to teach both subjects.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Congratulations. Super happy for you. Best of luck
Thank
with
you.
all of your future education.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we have 2 more winners to go. So let's find a winner for the $1,000 scholarship. And the winner of that is Alice Robinson. Alice, are you able to come on camera?
Hi.
Hi, Alice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. She's so excited. So you just won a $1,000 scholarship. What school do you go to and what's your major?
I go to San Diego Community College, and my major is Black Studies.
Oh, that's amazing. And what do you want to do with your major when you graduate?
I want to get my PhD in Black Studies and counseling, and then also want to become a mortgage counselor to help out my community.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
Everybody on here is giving back to the community. That's
I'm
amazing.
module, I'm module coordinator. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Congratulations, Ma. We're super excited for you and cannot wait to see what you do with your scholarship and your education. Thank you
Okay.
for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so now we have to find the grand prize winner, the Apple Pencil, school supplies, the Bluetooth keyboard, and the iPad. The grand prize winner is Julia Anderson. Julia, are you able to come on?
For some reason, it won't let me turn on my camera. But first, I'm just gonna say thank y'all so much. I need an iPad. That's the beautiful thing.
You know, the funny thing is I saw your name and I said that my sister's name is Julia. That's why you won. That's like my best friend.
Well,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Now,
I'm a Contra Costa County. I'm a Contra Costa College student, and I'm an older student. So I am so. This is my second semester back, and this information you guys are giving is just priceless. So
you
thank you.
know, congratulations. And of course, I'm super happy that you came back to school. You're right up the street from me, so you're local. And you said you're a second year student. What's your major?
Majoring in health information management. I'm just doing my my general ed right now, but that's where I'm
Hmm.
headed. I work
Oh, that'll
in
be
healthcare, so I'm still in that healthcare field. But yeah, I'm going into health information technology.
oh, that's a very competitive field. So that's gonna be amazing for you. And you said you want to transfer eventually, right?
Yes.
Oh, do you know what school you might want to transfer to?
Actually down to it's Santa Barbara Community. They have the actual they're going into the bachelor's program for that. So
Nice, nice. And I'm pretty sure they might even have a transfer program down there for you at Contra Costa. So that'll be great for you.
awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, you will. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good
You too.
one.
Now, congratulations again to all the prize winners. We will reach out to each of you to get your address so we can mail you your prize. And thank you again for joining us tonight and for considering California Community Colleges, where all students are welcome and where we will help you to reach your goals. We will see you again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the webinar all about transferring to a 4-year university. See you tomorrow night, guys. Bye.